Hey folks, I'm Jordana. I'm moderator and add-on team member for the Classic Hardcore Challenge, and I am here to talk to you about a couple important things in regards to protecting your hardcore add-on data. One of the questions we're getting a lot, and some of the confusion we're seeing a lot, is how to play on multiple computers. So we're going to start with how to back up your hardcore files, which is both for security purposes to, if you have a major crash or you have to reinstall the game, you're going to want backups of those files. So we're going to start there because that leads directly into how you play on a second computer. So, to back up your files, I like using this written tutorial at hardhead.io. There have been requests for a more spoken visual style. That's what I'm going to try and give you here. So we're using this information here, how to back up your hardcore files. What you're going to need is this video, and some place to put your files. If you're just backing them up, you can put them someplace else on your computer. Not a big problem. If you're going to go to a second computer, you have to put them someplace you can access from the second computer. Now that sounds like common sense, but I've seen some questions, all right? Okay, so for that, you can use like external media, like a flash drive, if you've got one. I don't. You can also use cloud storage. I'm using Google Drive. So, because there's a little bit of weirdness with how the add-on is written, and both of the files we're going to be looking for are named hardcore.lua, but are in fact two different files, and you know that because they're on two different file paths. But they are named the same thing, and that can get confusing. So I'm going to recommend you create two different folders. Here's how we're going to do that. New folder. We're going to call this one HC account data. Create it. All right. Now, which character am I going to back up? You want one for that, because that's going to be the same. If you're going to be playing multiple characters, and I recommend you do, because it's just fun switching between alts, you're going to want one for each character. I'm just going to call it character data, because I don't plan ahead, and I don't know which one I'm copying. Okay, name this after the character, okay? Please, that's going to make it a whole lot easier. We got that. Awesome. What's next? I'm going to have this open because this is the first thing we do. There we go. Okay? It wants you, this is super easy, drop files here, right? So to do that, I have to find the files I want to drop. So I am going to go to File Explorer. This PC is a good starting spot. This is the default install path for WoW, and I'm assuming that's what you're using. If not, figure out where you installed WoW and go there instead. So, but for me, and for most people, it's going to be like this. Local disk. Program files, the x86 version. World of Warcraft. Cool. So, where is Dane telling us to find the account data file? This information right here. So, you got two options here. Interestingly, Wrath Classic is what is listed under Classic. Okay? So if you're playing that, go there. I mostly play on Era, also known as Classic Classic, Vanilla Classic, a lot of things. But that's what most of us are playing. So, we're going to go to Era. We're going to go to WTF. We're going to go to Account. Go figure. No, I don't want to rename it. We're going to go, if you have more than one account, Pick the one you're playing hardcore on, or the one for the particular character you're backing up today. So, and here, because this is the account data, the account-wide stuff that we need to keep, we are going to saved variables. Now, on Hardhead, it says you want hardcore.lua. However, if, like me, you don't have file extensions enabled, it's not going to show up like that. It's going to show up like this, just hardcore. Okay, you mouse over it, you see that it says type Lua source file. That is your clue that this is the right file. This one is important, but not right now. Ignore it. Don't delete it. Don't do anything funny with it. Just ignore it for now. So, now that we found that, we're going to say, here we are in our Google Drive HC account data folder. We are literally, if Jordy could get her mouse to work, just drag and drop. Watch this. You want to see upload complete. Don't navigate away from there until it completes. Ask me how I know. So next, we need our character specific file. Okay? So for this, I want my character data folder here. Here, we're going to go back to World of Warcraft. You're going to pick your expansion. For me, that's Era. Again, WTF. Again, with the account and the account name. Now, this is where we're going different because we're picking a character-specific file, not an account-wide file. Let's go to Bloodsail Buccaneers, everyone's favorite. I'm going to back up my little Horde Warlock. Alright. So I'm picking that character. I am going to saved variables. I am finding, once again, hardcore.lua. If you have file extensions enabled, it's just going to say hardcore if you don't. We're going to click that little sucker, drag it over here. Again, wait for the uploads to be complete. Cool. Cool. Alright. So that covers backing up your data. If you were not planning to play on another computer, you just wanted to back up because you're reinstalling your game, or because you're paranoid, or whatever, you can stop here until you need those backups, in which case, come back, figure out how we're going to do this. So now, if you're going to a second computer, I don't care if that's your laptop, your work PC, your buddy's computer, doesn't matter. Get on that computer, log into WoW, and if it's your first time there, you're going to need to log into your character very briefly. Log in, let him or her load in, do a little dance, log back out. Okay? That's it, just a few seconds, because that's going to create the file path on your second computer. We need that file path to be there in order to install these files. So now, when I want to do that, I'm not sure the order matters, not gonna lie. However, just to make life easier, you're gonna go to your HC account data, your hardcore.lua. You are going to download it. So here's where another mistake happens. If you click open file and you don't have a code editor program, it's just going to go, I don't know what to do with that. So, open the folder. This is our account data. So we're going to copy it. We're going to go back to our WoW install. Program files. x86 version. World of Warcraft. classic era, WTF, account, my account name. And this is the account-wide data, so we're not going into specific servers yet. We are going to saved variables, and we're telling it to paste. Now, in theory, what I should have gotten was a confirmation that I wanted to overwrite that. And the answer would be yes. Okay. We're going to pretend we saw that here. And I'll sort out my own shit later. And so then we've got our account stuff, right? Just set this so that we're ready for the next part. Go into our character data. Download it. Ah, I see. Because it's got that 3 and 4 in parentheses, that's why it's not asking me if I want to overwrite. Okay. Let's see if we can get tricky with in here real quick. I'm just going to take that off just so I can show you what I'm talking about with the confirmation dialog. I really don't. That's fine. We're going to copy it. Go back here. Program files, World of Warcraft. Classic era. This is our character specific now. So WTF. Account, my actual account name, the server that we're on. My character. Save variables. And paste that back in. Because it's got this, it's not giving me... But we've all seen before, right? When we're copying a new folder somewhere, it says, do you want to overwrite this? And the answer is yes. In this case, you do. All right. So, I know this is a little scuffed. This is my first attempt at a video tutorial. I like written stuff, but I know a lot of you have been asking and I wanted to get something out to you. Down in the description, I'm going to have a link to my stream because you can see what I'm better at, which is doing this stuff live, one take, no problem. And we're going to have a link to the hardhead.io articles that I used for this so you can follow along in writing if you prefer. All right, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have an awesome night. Have a blessed run. I'll see you soon.